we're going to talk about sex. It's a difficult one for many people. Let's begin gently, but let's go after it. Because so often when there's conflict in a relationship, sex tends to be one of the first things that is a casualty and shows itself, because, another one of my cliches, it's really hard to touch somebody with whom you're in conflict. And yet, when we lose our best friends because of conflict and we're in separate spaces, doing life separately, we pine for their companionship, but we're also upset and angry with them. So in conflict, contradictions going on. We don't want to touch them because we're upset with them, and yet we do really want to touch them, but we just can't. Actually, the antidote to your beginning your healing is actually to become tactile and to touch somebody, the person with whom you are in conflict, because that will actually cause some of the heat to dissipate. Here's the problem. Going near them and touching them is one of the hardest things when you're in conflict. If you can overcome that, and our ego gets in the way, and our past practice behaviors get in the way, and we somehow gotta get over that, and it's so difficult. But if we can, and we can hold out a hand, the other person may not meet you halfway, so you're going to pull back that hand really quickly, because we don't want to get hurt or be embarrassed. But if you can persevere, if you can try to touch somebody with whom you're in conflict with, it's really hard for that person to remain in conflict with you. I always say, if you can just hold on to them like a bucking horse, where they're probably going to be saying things like, "What are you doing? Get off me, leave me alone." If you can hold on for your dear life, after a few minutes you might find the heat dissipates and they're able to start to let go of some of the heat, the tension. Doesn't mean the conflict's resolved, but you are closer to being able to start a conversation, to break out of separateness caused by conflict. Sex becomes a casualty of partners, of husbands and wives that are in conflict. And often you don't really even need sex therapy. Once you become friends, sometimes you just need a little bit of a helping hand to kickstart love, affection, intimacy, sensuality, very separate things to sex. And then the sex might start to come back online when you develop those other things. Come on a journey with me and you'll better understand. Sometimes I call what I do a lot of chat. Sometimes I even call it waffle. But there is some logic to my waffle. Come on the journey with me, and let's learn together. I'll hold your reservations, your negativity, your doubts. And over time of journeying through this program, I'll watch as you begin to take it back and have more confidence. I'm excited to do this journey with you. You can do this. You can become the best version of you. I often say, gosh, we only get this life once to live. We don't actually have to live in the past with past bad mistakes that we've taken and made. Let's look to the future and let's create that version of you that's going to be the best that you can be. And again, I often think, hey, let's finish well in this life that we all get once to do on this planet. Let me journey with you, and what a privilege it's going to be to journey with you.
Send me a message. It's time to get your relationship back onto a better footing for your future. Let's do some work without shame and bring colour back to life. Send the email, send the message to me, Gary McFarlane, at the Kairos Centre, and let's begin to reclaim your quality of life.